wrong glasses. Confirm my face. So I'm just going to read. I'm not going to read the whole thing, obviously. But I will share with you some of this testimony. He hopped boxcars to Chi-Town, late fall, just a few steps ahead of the Hawk. After sleepwalking to the 65 Club, he begged Goon for a chance to sit in with the borrowed sacks. He'd paid his dues for years, blowing ravenous after-hours to the secrets filled with blues. Rooted in Mississippi mud, he confessed to Bud Johnson that as a boy playing stickball, sometimes he'd spy in a window as they rehearsed back in KC. It was Goon who took him home, gave him clothes and a clarinet. Maybe that's when he first played laughter and crying at the same time. Nights sucked the day's marrow till the hibernating moon grew fat with lies and hordes. Weeks later, with the horn hocked, he was on a slow greyhound headed for the Big Apple, and honeysuckle rose blossomed into body language, driven by a sunset on the Hudson. 2. Washing dishes at Jimmy's Chicken Shack from midnight to 8 for $9 a week, just to hear Art Tatum's keys. He simmered in jubilation for over 3 months. After a tango palace in Times Square and jam sessions at Clark Monroe's in the back room of a chili house on Cherokee, he could finally play everything inside his head, the melodic line modulating through his bones to align itself with Venus and the Dog Star. Some lodestone pulled him to Banjo's show band on the highway, till Baltimore hexed him a train ticket, and a telegram said a jealous lover stabbed his father to death. He followed a spectral cologne till he was back with Hootie, till the joke about chickens hit by a car swelled into legend. Now he was ready to squeeze 11ths, 13ths, every silent grace note of blood into each dream he dared to play. Jumping ahead to 4. Moving eastward. 2. Moving eastward to deep south with J. McShann on trains whistling into dogwood and pine. Past shadows dragging balls and chains. Bird landed in jail in Jackson for lollygagging on the front porch of a boarding house with the lights on. For 2 days, he fingered a phantom alto till What Price Love spoke through metal and fluted bone. The band roared through the scent of mayhaw and muscadine back into Chicago and Detroit. When the truckload of horns and drums rolled into Manhattan, Bird slid behind the wheel. The 3-car caravan followed, looping Central Park till a mounted policeman brandished his handcuffs. Days later, after moving into the woodside, after a battering of cutting contests, Ben Webster heard them and ran downtown to 52nd Street and said, "They were kicking in the devil's door and putting the night back together up at the Savoy." 5. Maybe it was a day like today. We sat in Washington Square Park sipping wine from a Dixie cup when Bird glimpsed Anatoly Broyard walking past and said, "He's one of us," but he doesn't want to admit he's one of us. Maybe it was only guesswork, contorted in breath. We sat staring after Anatoly until he disappeared down Waverly Place. Bird took a sip, shook his head, and said, "Now that guy chases heartbreak more than I do." Maybe it was a day like today. We were over at Max's house as Bird talked Lenny before Bruce was heard of, telling a story about a club owner's parrot squawking the magic word. Maybe it was sunny or cloudy with our tears like the other days. When Max's mama slid her key into the front door lock, Bird would jump up, grab the Bible, and start thumping through pages, and Mrs. Roach would say, "Why aren't you more like Charlie?" 6. If you favor your left hand over the right one, Charlie's half-brother by an Italian woman. Their father would take him from friend to friend, saying, "He's got good hair." That's why Charlie would hide under his bed and play dead till his mother kissed him awake. But whenever he lived, always on the move. Charlie traversed the Hart's 9 rings from the Ozarks to Le Boeuf, sur le Toit on Montmartre, though he never persuaded himself to stay overseas. His first day in Stockholm glowed among fallen shadows, always on some no-man's land. He closed his eyes and flies to that cluster of Swedes as he spoke of his favorite artist, Heifetz, right through his violin. Charlie could be 2 places at once, always arm-wrestling himself in the dark. Like a black cockatoo clinging to a stormy branch with its shiny head rocking between paradise and hell, that's how Yardbird listened. He'd go inside a song with enough irony to break the devil's heart. Listening with his whole body, he'd entered the liquid machine of cowbells and vibes, of congas and timbales, and when he'd raise his alto, a tropic sun beamed into the club. Machito and his Afro-Cuban orchestra peppered the night till Yardbird left ash in the bell of his horn. He swore Africa swelled up through the soles of his feet, that a Latin beat would start like the distant knocking of tiny rods and pistons, till he found himself mamboing. He must have known this is the same feeling that drives sap through mango leaves, up into the fruit's sweet flesh and stony pit. And I'll leave it at that for someone else to take it. Thank you.